Hi, this is JP Presidento, and in this video I want to demonstrate how to send an email using your foxc6.org Gmail account. To get started, let's head on over to my Gmail. To send a new email in Gmail, the first thing we're going to do is click the red Compose button in the top left corner of the screen. Once we click Compose, you'll notice in the bottom right corner of the screen, a new email message pops up. First thing I want to show you, at the top of the message, you have three icons. You can minimize a message if you start it and need to minimize it to come back to it later. You can click that same maximize button to pull it back up. You can click the stretch button to have a full screen view of your message. Or to close your message, you can hit the X. The first thing we'll look at is who to send an email to. There are a couple of ways you can address emails in Gmail. First, you can start typing as much of the recipient's name or email address as you know. In this case, I'm sending it to someone with the name Brown. There are a whole lot of Browns in the district. So instead of doing that, I'm going to go ahead and click on the two, just like in Microsoft Outlook, it will take me to a list of either my contacts. So these are all people that I've personally added to my individual contacts. I'll click that and it will take me to the Fox School District directory. Once I get here, I can try and type Brown again and then click search. And we'll see there are quite a few Browns here. So I'm going to try and type the first and last name. And then the user pops right up. I'll go ahead and check the box next to their name and hit select. I can continue adding users to the to field of this email. And you notice as I type here, this last name that isn't quite as common, the user pops right up. If I need to add someone as a carbon copy in this email, I'll simply click the link that says CC. If I need to add a blind carbon copy as well, I'll go ahead and click the BCC and add the blind carbon copy. And you'll notice that the users with those names start popping up. Next, I can go ahead and enter the subject of the email and type the body of the email just like I would any other email. Now let's go ahead and take a look at some of the settings down here at the bottom of the screen. The first option we have is the text editor. Here's where we can change the font type. Now in Gmail you don't have too many font options. The font size, and notice if I want to change the font type or size for text I've already typed, I can just highlight it and change the font type or the size. I can also bold, italicize, or underline text. I also have the ability to change the color of the text and the text background. I have some other formatting options like alignment, numbers, bulleting, indentions, and adding quotes. The next thing I can do in an email is add an attachment. So to hide these text formatting options, I'll just go and click that A again. I can add an attachment just like I could to an email in Outlook by clicking the paperclip and just finding where that file is located on my computer. I'll go ahead and use this Word doc right here and click open. You'll notice at the bottom of the email message that email will load to Gmail. You also may notice that the paperclip icon changed. There's now a paperclip with a piece of paper in it to indicate that you have an attachment in the email. The really cool thing about sending email in Gmail is that in addition to attaching files, you can also insert Google Drive items. So if you have a lot of files in your Google Drive and you need to email one to someone, you can click the Insert File using Drive. And so long as the share settings are appropriate, you can insert an entire folder by clicking on the folder and clicking Insert. Or you can insert an individual Google Drive file by navigating to the file and clicking Insert. You also have the ability to add an image You can add it as an attachment or actually in the message. You can also add a link or a very famous emoticon. You see over here on the bottom right side of the screen that you have the ability to delete the message, or if you click the arrow down at the bottom, you can add a label to it so you can categorize this entire conversation. And you'll see that that label is now added. If I need to come back to this email later, I can simply just click the X to close it, and then you'll see that it is here in my drafts right here. I can just click it to open it back up. Once I reopen the draft of that email, it will show me all of the recipients right here, and I can click here to have a more detailed view. And then I can go ahead and hit send when it is all ready to go. In this case, I'm going to go ahead and close this out, and since I don't need this draft, I'm still in the drafts folder. I'll check the box to the left and say discard drafts. And now let's head on over to my inbox, and we'll take a look at this message right here. You'll see that since our emails are stored in conversation view, we'll see every email in this conversation. I can click on it to view the whole email. Since this email only has 2 people participating in it, myself and the recipient, there is a reply button and a forward button. If there were more recipients in the email, I could also click to reply to all. If you look here in the top corner of this message, there's a little arrow that allows me to open a chat with this person, add a filter to these messages, delete, report as spam, translate, and a few other things as well. So I can go ahead and click to reply, and then I'll have a reply box that has all the same options, and I can send when I'm ready. This has been JP Presvento demonstrating how to send an email in Gmail.